Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with Ameku M.D. Dr. Detective Episode 2. Now, Episode 2 did air yesterday as well, but the site I used wasn't ready. But it's it's available today, and it was available this morning, so I watched it. And I gotta say, I was a lot more impressed. Now, it did start off a bit slow, but at the end, it did really pick up. First thing to note, one thing I was a little bit confused while watching this episode was when the body was discovered. I remembered from the previous episode, it seemed like it was at nighttime, but so I was a little bit confused, like when they were discussing the body. But I guess it was like mid afternoon or something leading up to night when the body is found. I thought there was a problem with their lighting, like they didn't know how to do nighttime darkness, but that was just my own misunderstanding. I rewatched it. It did look like it was mid afternoon when they did get the body and everything, and then it transitioned to night due to detective and hours passed. So there was that one clarification. And I do want to move on to one other part, so I'm going to pause just for a sec because I do want to talk a little bit. I want to get to the kind of more juicier points. All right, I'm back. So this is about halfway through the episode. It's about the 11-hour mark, and we get to see our girl kind of doing her deductions. The music and everything was very nice, and the visual representation is also very good. This was probably my second favorite part. We'll get to, or maybe in third part, because the what's going on. So in the first episode, I'm gonna spoil a bit. By the 2/3 of the episode, and this was me misremembering things, there's a body that's found. Katori, Dr. Meku's assistant, he delivers CPR to a body, and this body has blue blood and has a severed leg. And he determines the body is dead and calls in the police and the investigation. And then at the end of episode 1, Dr. Ameku and Katori go around to the area, and they find these two detectives, and they start saying that she could help with the case. If she gives her details, they'll give her some information. Well, we proceed through the investigation, and yeah, it was a bit slow. And I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing the big punchline and everything. We get to this point, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. The music, the visuals is very good. I'm thinking I thought it was going to be show the entire scene, how it goes through, but no. We eventually discuss. When the main criminal does show up, we get the process, like, we get our deductions on how everything goes, and she definitely does. She figures it out. But the twist is how she meant what the crime that actually gets charged for. So to give a little bit of spoilers, they're in the museum, and she tells the criminal that there's going to be some evidence at the crime scene, and that was sort of like, if you find something tomorrow, they will go. She tells him, like, she lets everyone in the ear side, hey, there's some evidence that should give light to the crime, or that will help you figure out who it is. And the person decides to go there and get this piece of evidence. Well, the Ameku and Katori, and along with the police, actually go to location. So it actually kind of surprises the criminal. When he gets there, he doesn't realize it, and they have their duke out. And I will spoil how the crime gets charged. Because this person isn't affiliated with the museum, he's charged with breaking and entering and attempted thievery or burglary. So that was kind of an interesting point. Like, well, you're being charged with this, and the crime that what happened, they'll figure that out because they got enough to charge you on this. They can go investigate your place and everything. So it was a very interesting resolution how they catch the criminal. And then also the criminal does try to escape, and Katori actually knows self-defense and actually KOs the guy, just knocks him out. So Katori, he's not the most brilliant, because there was a point where he does have a smart moment, but then he also has a bit of a dumb moment that he doesn't realize what the treatment for blue blood is, basically. Or in terms of the context of this universe, I mean, it is based off reality, but it, like they said, that the treatments could be different. Regardless of the fact, they they made this. He doesn't know, which kind of disappoints. But yeah. Anyway, with that settled, he does show the defensive, and when they get back to the house, we meet Ameko's sister, who says, "I'm gonna pull you in and have some trouble. You promised me that you weren't gonna be light on the sweets, the drinking, everything, because they wanted to celebrate." And Katori, being a good boy, he stays there until stays there. Like, well, I'll stay for the stay session. Presumably, we're gonna pick off where that begins. We're gonna pick off one aspect. We're gonna pick off with we made at the very beginning that possibly you could hear that their sisters are saying maybe, but I think it's more likely we're gonna lead into what's happening at the next episode. They do give a preview of what's potentially going to happen, and it does look a bit interesting. So yeah, episode 2 really changed it up for me. I was really impressed how they charge the criminal, Katori being useful. I do like their dynamic, and based off the opening and even outro, I do think there's going to be there's a romance part to it. I do think they might potentially fall in love. They also showed a wedding ring in the intro, so could be interesting. But I will say one other aspect: if you connoisseur of the female feet, you're going to enjoy this. The opening has it a whole bunch, and I'm assuming there's going to be more of it in the future episodes. When they do this crime scene, she actually does wear regular shoes, so they do give us some grace. They're being a little bit nice. Like, all right, we're not going to say she's going to go barefoot all the time. Show feet. So there is a little bit of that. So if you're kind of worried, me, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, I do like the feet, but hey, I appreciate the little breaks that she does actually wear kind of semi-normal tennis shoes. But yeah, I like the episode. I'm curious to where this is going. I'm now more intrigued. It was a good thing they showed both episodes. I'm just ashamed that I didn't watch it not the same day, because I'm going to say F you to Crunchyroll, of course. But with that, I'm going to end the episode. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful time. I definitely would check it out. Later today should be my other anime that I'm going to watch. The one by Studio Gohan's, the original series. Hopefully this actually becomes a book series. I would. My dad loves detective stuff, so I think he would actually kind of enjoy this. So if it ever gets an English release, I don't think he would be interested in anime because of it's like they're too short. Maybe it would be something that he would have to binge. I guess we'll see. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good Thursday, and also subsequently have a good Friday. See you guys next time. God bless you all. And I'll make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and support if you can.